Welcome back to Mac Talk Sports, and unfortunately for the English fans, football is not coming home. In fact, it is going to Madrid as Spain have defeated England in the finals of the Euros 2-1, and Spain are the champions of Europe, and you would say deservedly so. They have been the best team in the tournament. They have played the best football of the tournament. Played 7-1-7. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better tournament for a team. England, on the other hand, they were very lucky to be in the final in the first place. I don't think they deserve to be here, but they were there, and even tonight they were not really good. Like, they were as boring as they have been until unless they did not concede the goal. It would have it remained the same as it was before. The substitutions came after that, and like it was the same old story. Whatever we have seen in the entire tournament, it was the same thing what we saw from England tonight. So let's get into it. The game starts, and of course it's Spain that are in control in the early stages of the game. For the first 10 minutes, Spain control the ball. They have the possession, but in fact the entire game the possession stats were like 70-30 in favor of Spain. After the 10 minutes, England sort of start getting into the game. It was a bit of a cagey affair in the first half. Both teams were very restrictive. You did not expect this from Spain, because they have been very explosive. They have attacked in the entire tournament, but they were like very restrictive, not trying to make a mistake. The biggest chance of the half fell to Phil Foden, and that was like right at the end of the first half from a free kick. He gets on the left hand side, left hand corner, and nobody is there, but his shot is directly in the hands of Simon, and we end half 0-0. In the half time, Rodri goes off injured, and you think that this could be really helpful for England, because we know how much of a great player Rodri has been for City, and he has been really good for Spain in the tournament. He was named a player of the tournament, so you know how good of a tournament he had. I personally don't agree with it, but I'm not saying he did not have a great tournament, but I would have gone for someone else, one of his teammates, to be very honest. In Danny Olmo, I thought he had a better tournament than Rodri, but what to do? He goes off, and you expected you would, as an English fan, you said maybe now it can help us in the midfield better, but all that thoughts were a goal in like 90 seconds. A beautiful ball comes on the left hand side, gets the Yamal is the one who controls it, brings it towards inside, and calmly, beautifully assists the ball to Nico Williams, and he slots past Jordan Pickford, and it's 1-0 to Spain. And like England, players were shell shocked that they have conceded so early in the second half, and then that, as I said, that they tried to come back into the game. Then they started to attack. In the first half, they were nothing was happening. Even in the second half, when they started to attack, like, unfortunately, I'm gonna say Harry Kane, he should not have started. And thankfully, Gareth Southgate, I'm not gonna say thankfully, not thankfully, there was no other choice for him. He had to take him up. On the right hand side, Saka created a couple of opportunities, but Kane was nowhere to be seen. Bellingham again was completely invisible in the entire match. You could say the same for Foden. If you're looking towards England and thinking about their best players, you would say Stones was really great. Saka, as I said, I said this in the preview as well, and I'm going to say it again. He has been the best attacking player for the English side in this tournament. He created and for the goal as well. I mean, he was the one on the right hand side, makes a great run, beats Cucurella, gets the ball in to Bellingham, who just lays it off for Cole Palmer, and who he slots it in. A great goal from Palmer. And again, you need to realize this, that Southgate would not have brought him on. I said in the preview he should start. I said in the preview that Watkins should start, because these players, they give them something new to the team, which the other players have not been able to. Like Foden, he has played 7 games, and out of the 7 games, the last game was the only one where he performed something. It has been a disaster for him. Same for Bellingham, but Southgate does not have the guts to drop these players. He goes for the reputation, he goes for the big names instead of going for the players that can actually win him the game. And whenever he has taken these players off and bring those player on, it has helped him. But as I said, he does not have the guts, he does not have the, the power to take this player off, because how much power these players hold, the names, the reputation that these players have. He has to play them, and it has affected England throughout the tournament, and I think it cost them the game as well. It is 1-1, and the game after that it opened up as again. But again, it was not like it was England that made any chances. It was Spain again. Yamal 2 times, both the times it was, I would say, Pickford kept England in the game. It was so easy for them. Williams on the left hand side cutting in, passing it to Yamal, who shoots, and then Pickford fingertip save. Second time again the same scenario. It was so easy for Spain to cut them open. And they were able to do it again. Nico Williams on the left hand side plays a great ball, and there was Orazil to Orazil, and he makes it 2-1 to Spain. You need to see like how the difference in this tournament has been. Like both the captains were taken off. Kane was dreadful. Morata, and that was the difference. Like even though Morata did not score, the way he held the ball to bring other players in, the way he, as I said in the preview as well, he's not scoring the goals, but because of his aerial threat and because the way he holds up the ball, he takes the defenders away from him. It helps the other players. And when he was substituted, he Orazil did the formation shot, they tweaked the formation because Orazil again is more of a similar player like your Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins, the players who can run behind the defense, and it helped them. Great ball, and he makes it 2-1. And after that, England was now desperate. Like he scored in the 86th minute, and to be honest, everybody almost expected now that Spain would win the Euros. England had a great chance at the end with a corner. Rice comes in and heads it in, but Simon saves it. The ball goes towards Toney. He heads it back, and Olmo goal line clearance, and the ball goes back again to Rice, but this time his header is over the bar. I mean, Olmo, I've been saying this, he has scored about 3 goals. He has a couple of assists, and the way he defends the ball as well, and now the goal line technology that basically saved the game from going into extra time. That is so important clearance. And that was it basically. After that there was nothing really, and Spain are your champions of Europe. There are going to be questions about certain players in the English side. There are going to be questions about their manager, of course, which should be, I have said this throughout the tournament, even before the tournament, he should not be their manager. He does not deserve to be their manager. He was lucky enough that they reached in the final, and even in the final, like, it was not any tactical brilliance or any tactical play from Gareth Southgate that helped them here. It was individual brilliances. Bellingham in the round of 16, Saka, Watkins, even today, Palmer's goal was like very special goal. It was like, it was a great goal. It was not a simple goal. So again, as I said, if the game would have gone into extra time or penalties, it would have been Palmer's special talent, not Southgate's. Okay, he brought him on, but it was his mistake. Palmer should have started. So there are rumors that he's going to get another 2 years contract, but I just don't get it. It is there is something wrong in the FA. What he has some secrets about the people here, the FA officials, that they keep on giving him chance after chance. I mean, the talent that England have, and then to have a coach like him, it's bizarre. Spain, on the other hand, as I said, totally deserved. When they came in, they were like, nobody really expected them to do anything in the tournament. Nobody even mentioned them as underdogs or dark horses. Like, they were not really talked about, and they were brilliant throughout the tournament. They were brilliant tonight as well. Losing Rodri in the second half, you sort of expected like something would change, but they get that first goal, and then they even, like, when they conceded, their heads did not drop. As I said, they were the team on the attack. They had a good couple of chances. Yamal, I think, especially the first one where Pickford makes that fingertip save, I think he could have done better and should have scored at that time. But again, this what can I say? Like, the guy is 17 now. 5 assists in the tournament, a wonder goal as well. Young player of the tournament, Rodriguez player of the tournament, and of course Spain are the champions. Totally deserved it. Congratulations to Spain and commiserations to England. It's again for the second time in a row in Euros they are runners up, and as I said, football is not coming home. Please let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of the entire tournament. This was my first tournament doing this, so I'm gonna continue doing videos related to football. So please like the video, share it as well, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.